What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Blessing. On this channel, you can find weekly content on all of the trending cryptocurrency news. That includes market analysis and technical analysis. From now on, every one of our videos is eligible for a giveaway. So hit that like button and make sure to comment when you are done watching the video. We've yet to hit our like threshold, but I'm sure it's coming soon. Up your levels of engagement by letting me know all of your thoughts below once you're finished watching the video. I hope everyone has been doing well throughout these trying times in the cryptocurrency markets. The big bull run that was anticipated this year has yet to happen. That could mean a number of things. First and foremost, on everyone's mind is that it may not happen this year, and what critics said some 9 months ago in the crypto markets will remain bearish for about a year. For the most part, as of right now, they are right. Over the course of the past year, Bitcoin had its high of $20,000 in December of 2017, which was the biggest bubble to date. That bubble, of course, popped, and the price of Bitcoin stumbled along the way, but did fall all the way down to $7,000 by early February. Then it entered a brief bullish period, bringing it all the way up above $10,000 to $11,800. Of course, that was corrected back down to $9,500 and saw a pump again up to $11K. Since then, however, it's not been a good story. Since March 5th at $11,650, Bitcoin fell from the beginning of March all the way to almost the second week in April, where it found a temporary bottom at 6,600, was then pumped up to 91 and found its real bottom at 5,900 before seeing a very slow rolling pump, another slow correction, and now we've been horizontal for over a month, getting a steep drop off that has yet to recover. Currently at $6,506, up 3% with a $4.3 billion 24-hour volume. As you can clearly see, there's been noticeably less volatility in the price of Bitcoin over the past few months than was previously the norm. This is likely due to what I'm referring to as diminishing returns in cryptocurrency. Ethereum founder Vitalik Buterin said recently that there is no more room for growth in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the majority of the assets that have ballooned over the past 1 to 2 years. He feels that the 1000x and 3-figure gains that many assets experienced over the last 12 to 24 months will not be repeated, as these assets are approaching, if not have hit, their ceiling. While Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao and Tron founder Justin Sun disagree on this position. The concept behind this idea is the law of diminishing returns. The law of diminishing returns happens in real life all around you far more often than you're consciously aware of. In economics, diminishing returns is the decrease in the marginal incremental output of a production process as the amount of a single factor of production is incrementally increased, while the amounts of all other factors of production stay constant. Basically, if an item costs $300 and you get a certain amount of value for that item, if you spend twice as much and spend $600, in theory, you will get twice as much value for that money. Now, if you go and spend triple the amount of money and spend $900, the value you will receive will not be triple. It will be substantially less than triple, because as you go along in the production process, the more you put in, the less you will get out. That is why the new iPhone X is over $1,000 right now, and is definitely not $1,000 better than its predecessor. When applying it to cryptocurrency, the fact that many cryptocurrency assets have seen tremendous growth and achieved 100x to 1000x gains means that further development will have a diminished return. Let's say Bitcoin doubles or triples in volume and market cap. The respective price action would be significantly less than double or triple, because we've already seen Bitcoin double and triple on itself and saw incredible price action, so more development will have a diminished return. Whereas some of these new ICOs could have a small improvement or a small volume increase and see a tremendously large impact on its price. This is logical and has long been an assumption of many cryptocurrency traders. And I do believe this is the case with cryptocurrency. However, There are a number of confounding variables that could alter the laws of diminishing returns as they apply to cryptocurrency. For example, if the idea that these digital assets can replace fiat gets more steam and digital assets begin to be used for everyday transactions, that would dramatically raise the ceiling that Bitcoin or any relevant asset is currently faced with. The emerging utility of these assets will play a large role in determining what extent the diminishing returns will be applied. It's fascinating and very thought-provoking stuff. What is the true potential of this cryptocurrency market, and will it ever fully be realized? These are fundamental questions that many current and would-be investors are pondering. The answers to these questions are worth their weight in crypto, and it's this ebb and flow of information and economics that has many crypto enthusiasts, myself included, hooked on this market. Vitalik clarified his statement because, of course, social media will take what he said out of context, or it will be perceived all kinds of ways, most of which Vitalik didn't originally intend for. I think it's very important to have context when assessing what someone like Vitalik says, because indeed what he says carries a lot of weight and will be taken as fact by many. Vitalik took to Twitter to clarify that he never meant the cryptocurrency industry doesn't have any room for growth. He said there's no room for 1,000 times in price increases. 1,000x price increase from today means a $200 trillion cryptocurrency market cap, which is 70% of today's global wealth being in crypto. He further said, instead of attention, actual usage is key, and I've highlighted this on this channel before. Rather than trading these assets and speculating on the price, Vitalik thinks we need to use them and participate in their networks. And I cannot stress that enough. It's very important for the future of this market to get developed in the way that it deserves to get developed and to get the proper exposure that it needs to get to really have the positive impact that it's capable of. What he actually said, quote unquote, is because large portions of the population have already heard of cryptocurrency. I kind of disagree with that. Further growth of crypto in any sense must come from depth, in other words, actual usage, and not bringing in more attention. I think that's a bit egocentric of him to think that the majority of the world understands or even knows about crypto, because he's so heavily involved and the majority of the people that he surrounds himself are very well versed in cryptocurrency. It's easy to understand why he might think that, but considering a large part of the population lives in underdeveloped worlds, I would say the knowledge of cryptocurrency is very much a first world thing right now. Aside from what's going on in Kenya with Bancor and a number of other assets that are deploying their utility in developing nations, and I think these developing nations stand to gain the most from cryptocurrency, but as of right now, in regards to exposure and general knowledge, I would disagree that the majority of people in this world know about crypto. Binance CEO doesn't agree with Vitalik, nor does Justin Sun from Tron. CZ was quoted saying, "You also can't use traditional market size to measure the potential for new technologies or industries. If you used, and people have, the taxi market size to estimate Uber's potential, you would be off by quite a bit." And that is very, very true. Many categories and paradigms exist that cryptocurrency can fall under, but it is its own beast. It is a little different than most traditional markets, and it doesn't always behave in the same way. The same can be said with diminishing returns. Like I said, there's confounding variables that could dramatically change the landscape of the future of this space. CZ concluded with, he agrees 100% that depth is needed, but he believes it will come. Chains with more use cases are what CZ feels is the future. Justin Sun from Tron said that he does believe the entire world wealth will turn into cryptocurrencies like black hole, or like a black hole I would presume, and grow much bigger in the future. Cryptocurrency will hit $10 trillion USD in market cap before Apple and Amazon do. We will see. Time will tell. Amen to that, Justin Sun. I say that all the time on this channel. All we can do is continue to monitor these markets, and monitor them we will. Regardless of your position on this issue, whether you think diminishing returns applies to cryptocurrency, or if blockchain-based assets indeed do have a ceiling and some of them have hit and or are approaching that ceiling, this space remains entertaining, fascinating, and still represents one of the largest global paradigm shifts that I will ever see in my lifetime. And I will be here at Crypto Blessing reporting the news as it happens and commenting on the plethora of developments. There are now 1,944 assets in the cryptoverse, all vying for their own spot in the top 100 and many trying to solve long-standing societal issues. You guessed it, a consensus algorithm methodology and self-executing smart contracts. The way blockchain-based assets have been developed is a marvel of technology and remains, bar none, the best way to structure any business's backend. Despite Vitalik saying Bitcoin is fast approaching its ceiling, and despite the scaling issues that are plaguing Ethereum and a number of other Ethereum-based assets, and also despite all of the FUD and misinformation that's constantly being spread about the internet, many influential people still feel that Bitcoin is going straight to the moon and a flurry of Lambos will be quickly rounded up in celebration. Continue to follow our content here at Crypto Blessing, as I will help keep you up to date on what's happening in these markets. If you've made it this far, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Do all of your own research and do not act impulsively in this market. You may get wrecked faster than you can say BitConnect. Thank you so much for your ongoing support here at Crypto Blessing, and I will see everyone very soon.